け翼。
Hello and welcome to Ike Tsubasa! I am Wise from Wise Dream Team, and today we're going to talk about the new club transfers, Levin, Schneider and Cha, that just came out yesterday. And now, as you can see, Klab is shifting toward club members now, which is a great variety to having more players coming around. Right, so first we're going to start with Karl-Heinz Schneider, the blazing right leg. He's a skill type forward. The main role is scorer. So as we know, Schneider is always a top forward scorer. So as you can see now with the stats that are coming up now, his attack is 19k, defense 13k, and physical is 18k. As you know, Schneider is always a top scorer, always excels in shots. As you can see, his stats is aggressively going through shots. Something to notice here that his tackle is pretty high, and they give him an S tackle, which is pretty good. So as you can see, his tackle is 6.6k, his speed is 6.2. So he's pretty much a dribbler and a heavy scorer. His intercept though is pretty low. If you can see here, Schneider is an insanely good player in terms of all the other characters or the cards that he came up with. This probably is the second best character. Of course, this having his passive working out with him as well. So as you can see, his parameters is pretty high. Also, he's ranked of the 14th best shot in the game. Of course, this is just raw skills without passives, without anything else. However, if you add the passive to it, he actually becomes a really good good player, especially for those who play Euro Green, because Euro Green does not have a good Schneider. I think the other one was the World Cup Schneider, and he's okay, but his passive is against Japanese. And his team skill is 16% for European clubs, for European club members. Now, the thing that's a bit wavy about this Schneider is that he needs club teammates to be able to make his passive work. However, even without the passive, he's without the passive, he's okay. But with the passive, he becomes a beast. Now his skills that came with him is 2 S skills, an S jumping fire volley for 65 momentum, a Kaiser tackle for 50, and then a straight line dribble to a 285 momentum. Now the thing is, his overall skill momentum is not high. Schneider has the highest of Schneider's S skills is the Neo Fire Shot, which is 475, which is still it's okay. It's not great nowadays because we see a lot of shots that are 490, 485, 490 and above. So 465 as a fire jump volley with a normal high ball, it's I think he should have had a good for high balls to make him more viable. Now, for skills that you can add to him, I really recommend removing the straight line dribble and giving him a Kaiser dribble. That's because it's actually stronger, and the straight line dribble has a 5% foul. So yeah, this makes you not get into the foul area. Now, alternatively, you can add to him S Neo Fire Shot and AFI driving header. These makes him a top forward. You just give him the ball, and you can make sure that he's gonna score. And if you give him a high ball or a low ball, he most likely is gonna score. Now, if you don't have a Neo Fire Shot, you can actually just replace it for 450 S shot from the Noble Young Emperor card. For his limit break, I suggest giving him a 25 dribble shot, speed, and power. This is basically the it's a straightforward run and gun type of limit breaks. Alternatively, you could give him a 25 shot, 25 power, 17 dribble, 17 tackle, and 16 speed. This is only if you want to make sure he takes the ball using the S tackle. However, I think it's just best to give him a pure dribbler shooter, because basically this is what Schneider is. Overall, he's a beast. He's good. However, sadly you need all of his passive to make him an even stronger player. Okay, so next one is Stefan Levin, an agility type AM. That is an attacker. His role is an attacker. Now we're saying attacker because he's an AM. However, all of his skills are shifting toward attacking. It's kind of similar to the case of Tsubasa Super Dreamfest Red. He's an AM, but all his stats are attacking stats. So if you can see his Stefan Levin stat, 5.8k dribble, 6.9 shot, 5.5 pass. For the speed, it's a 5.5 speed, 6k power, and 6.2k technique. Tackle, block, and intercept are not worthy to mention, to be honest. His parameters is not that great at all in AM and in attacking skill and attacking stats. So yeah, but once his passive is fully activated, he becomes a beast in the field. As you can see, his team skill is the same as Schneider, 16% for all European clubs. His team link, he has the passive as team link, 30%. Now you can see his skills are already full. He has all the required skills that matches his stats. Ferocious 11 shot, 465 momentum, which is okay. For Levin, it's okay because Levin is mainly plays as an AM, and he's not known for like really destructive high momentum shots. So 465 is okay. He has a dazzling dribble, 320, a 325 aura to curtain, and a 315 drive pass. His hidden ability is actually, I believe it's one of the best hidden abilities in the game, because what I say is that hidden abilities, when I say it's good or not, it depends on how much use you can get out of the game in it together. He has a high baller, okay? So Cha and Schneider all have high ball shots, so this guy is gonna be a key. Now he has a special skill force up, high flying balls, special force skill are up. So he gives Cha and Schneider already. He gives them 5% extra special skill force for the momentum. He gives a 3% stat up for all club players. He gets a 5% against GK, and he has a 3% inside penalty area master. So pretty much in any game or in any match, you can actually use all of these at the same time, and this is insanely good. I love when the hidden ability actually goes well with the flow of the player itself and how he meant to be played. It's best to give him an S or intercept, or an A, whichever you have available. They're both good. However, now thinking about SA skills, it's not that easy to get SSR black balls. So A skills, A80 are really good, to be honest. You don't need to always spend SSR balls to level up S skills, where the A80 is enough to actually cover for that. Now for the limit break, I suggest giving him a balanced attacking limit break, which is 25 shot, 25 power, 22 dribble, 22 pass, 3 speed, and 3 technique. Now that's all we have on Stefan Levin. He's a great player. He's a really beast, and I think he's a nuker, an attacker nuker. So pretty much it's an AM that has a high chance of scoring. And yeah, he's pretty great. However, he needs a passive to actually make him viable. Otherwise, he is not worth it, to be honest. Alright, so Cha Incheon, the Dauntless and Decisive striker, is a toughness type scorer forward. He plays for the Goldbach, which is a European club, and Cha is pretty much a beast into getting a first goal. As you can see from his stats, he has 19k attack, 12k in defense, and 19k for physical. His stats is very edgy on the shot, as we know of Cha. He's a very basic player. He just goes in and just scores pretty much. And if you can see that his power is actually pretty high, it's 8.3k. And his dribble is pretty high as well, 6.7k. His tackle is okay, it's 6k. Now for his parameters, as you can see, his header is pretty high, it's 13k, and his shot is 11k. That reason is because he has a good for high balls. This means that his shot power goes up by 12.5%, which leads him to a 13k header. So you pretty much need to utilize his header much more than normal shots. Alright, for his skill set, we can see that his team skill is same as other players. His passive is the main trigger that makes Cha a great forward. It's a full body stand, 20% for the momentum. So if he has a 20% set momentum plus the 12.5% for shots for headers, so his 455 momentum becomes 546 momentum. A really good shot. And if this guy gets in the future an even higher momentum header, then he's gonna be even more of a beast than he is right now. So with Cha, we suggest that you replace his heavy tank shot A with an S heavy tank shot, or the extreme one from the World Cup card. However, that card is very rare to have. And you can also add a heavy tank dribble and a heavy tank pass. However, in terms of the pass, I don't recommend using it first, because his full body stand is the higher his stamina is, the more force or the more momentum he gets. So you need to utilize his header as a first shot in order to get the goal that he needs the goal that he needs to get. Because the thing is about Cha is not only Cha but all of the full body stands is that once he gets into half momentum, half stamina, then pretty much he's a little bit useless. So Cha is kind of the player that you just have him in one half. So you just pretty much send him the ball, get a goal, and then sub him up for the next player. Usually, this is what I personally do with all the full body stands. Alright, so for the limit break, he is a run and gun player, so that means that 25 shot, dribble speed, and power. Just throw him the ball and make him do that delicious header that is guaranteed. Oh, well, I'm not saying guaranteed, but it's almost guaranteed the goal, especially on Zeno Hernandez, because Zeno Hernandez is a really tough goalkeeper. However, Cha is a red type, and he bests Zeno, because Zeno is a green type. So also Zeno has a passive which is a 12% ground shots, and this is a high shot, so the passive will not work. So pretty much this guy, you can actually say that this guy is a Zeno killer as well. So Cha, what you do with Cha is basically send him the ball and give him that sweet high shot, and this pretty much ends his game in the map. So I think that Cha is viable for probably one half because of the full body stand. So if you make use of the full body stand, he's gonna be great. However, half of body stand with the 20% is it's okay. It's okay. So an overview of the banner. The banner is actually pretty great. It opens the doors for the new clubs to be on, because I know for sure that we have Japanese clubs and also South American clubs that should be coming soon. And with the Japanese clubs, we have the Tachibana twins, we have Jito, I know for sure that Misaki is very strong in the Japanese club that he attended to. So we're gonna see really good players. And the thing is about the passive with Levin and Schneider, it didn't say European club as a passive, it just said club. So you can actually put all of those together. I mean, you can get Misaki, Tachibana twins, Jito, Soda, all the Japanese players, also all the South American players, even Tsubasa as well when he was in Sao Paulo, or the one in Barcelona. You can have him together with Levin and Schneider, and they will both have the passive on as well, which will make a really beast of a team, to be honest, having all these great players in one team. That's gonna be fun. Also, it's worth mentioning that for now, you can't build a fully great team because currently the only teams that, other than these three, that have club members are, we have Morientes, we have Roberto Carlos, we also have Guti, all from the Real Madrid banner, and they haven't came up again since a year ago. So they're pretty rare players to come across too. We also have Gentile from Juventus, and we also have Aoi from Inter Milan or Lombardia, also Zeno as well. So these three players, I love how they can come in together, and we can expect in the next probably 2 to 3 months maximum, we're gonna have a full banner, a full club players as well. And I love how these open new waves or new ways of thinking of putting teams up together. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys had fun with the Tsubasa episode for today, and I'll see you guys later, and thank you and bye bye.